Title: Don't Come for Christmas. My billionaire boyfriend will be present, my wife's sister said gently. We'll pretend we don't. We'll know you. It's for the best. Don't embarrass us. The words hung heavy in the air. They didn't just want me absent. They wanted me erased. I stared at the blinking Christmas lights in my own small home, my 10-year-old daughter quietly decorating cookies at the table. The anger burned deep, but I swallowed it. Understood, I said calmly, and ended the call. But instead of arguing, begging, or forcing I smiled, because I knew something they didn't. And when her billionaire boyfriend saw my photo at the party, it wouldn't just ruin Christmas. It would ruin everything they thought they'd built. Chapter 2. The Photo. That night, after tucking my daughter into bed, I pulled out an old leather album. It wasn't just filled with family memories. It held something sharper. One photo in particular. It showed me shaking hands with a man at a gala, not just any man, but the same billionaire now being paraded by my wife's sister like some kind of golden ticket. Back then, I'd been on the board of a logistics firm. His company had been one of our biggest clients. We'd worked closely enough that he knew me by name, and more importantly, he knew the kind of man I was. Steady, competent, and far from the pathetic nobody my in-laws painted me as. I took the photo, scanned it, and made a small adjustment. A simple caption: Old friends reunited. The rest was easy. I had a friend in catering, one of the guys working the event. I slipped him a flash drive with the image and a little request. Make sure it ended up cycling through the slideshow of family Christmas memories they'd prepared. Chapter 3. The Christmas Party. The living room glittered with string lights and expensive champagne glasses. My wife's sister hovered near the billionaire like she'd already claimed her crown, while her parents paraded him around like a prized racehorse. Isn't he handsome? Her mother gushed, loud enough for everyone to hear. A real man, with real money, unlike others. The guests chuckled politely. My absence was noticed and mocked, but I didn't care. I knew what was coming. Halfway through dinner, the lights dimmed. A projector hummed to life, and the family slideshow began. Photos of smiling faces, beach trips, birthdays, a carefully curated highlight reel of their perfect lives. Then it appeared. The photo. Me, shaking hands with the billionaire. My caption glowing beneath it. Old friends reunited. The room went silent. The billionaire leaned forward, his fork frozen midair. That's Liam, he said slowly, pointing at me in the photo. You didn't tell me you were related to him. My wife's sister froze. You know him? Know him. He gave a low chuckle. We've done business together. His strategies saved my company millions. If he's family, why hasn't he been invited tonight? All eyes turned toward the parents, who stammered uselessly. My wife's sister's face drained of color. And in that instant, I knew the real show was about to begin. Chapter 4. The Public Unmasking. The billionaire's eyes narrowed as he looked at my wife's sister. You never mentioned your connection to Liam. Why? She stammered. He's irrelevant. Just some failed. Failed? The billionaire's voice cut like glass. This man mentored me when my company was drowning. He's not irrelevant. He's the reason I'm even standing here today. A ripple of whispers spread across the room. Guests leaned in, curious, hungry for scandal. He turned to her parents. And you excluded him? while parading me around like a trophy? Her mother fumbled for words. We didn't think. That much is clear. His voice grew colder. You've shown me who you really are. Users, parasites. You thought money blinded me? Number loyalty matters more than wealth, and you've just proven you have none. The guests gasped. Phones came out recording. The billionaire stepped back from my wife's sister as if she carried a disease. I won't marry into a family that disrespects the only man here worth respecting. Then he raised his glass high. But his toast wasn't to them. To Liam, the real man in this family. Glasses clinked around the room. Some hesitated, others joined eagerly. My wife's sister stood frozen, her face crumbling as the spotlight shifted away from her. And me? I wasn't even there. I was at home, by the fire, enjoying a quiet Christmas with my daughter, smiling as my phone buzzed non-stop with updates of their disgrace. Because sometimes, the sweetest revenge is letting them destroy themselves under the weight of their own arrogance. Epilogue. 5 days later. The calls started on the morning of the 5th day. First from my wife, then from her mother, then from her sister. Voice shaking, words tumbling over each other. Liam, please. Talk to him. Convince him it was a misunderstanding. He won't return our calls. The media picked up the story. Our reputation. I listened in silence. The same voices that once told me, we'll pretend we don't know you, were now desperate to prove they knew me at all. But I didn't give them the satisfaction of a reply, because by then, the billionaire had already cut ties completely. He'd told every business associate, every charity board, every social contact exactly why. Greed, disloyalty, hypocrisy. Their name became poison overnight. Invitations dried up, investors pulled out, friends distanced themselves. Meanwhile, I thrived. That single photo, proof of loyalty and real connection, had opened new doors. Calls came in from old partners, new offers, fresh opportunities. My daughter and I enjoyed dinners where people toasted me, not because of wealth, but because of respect. One snowy evening, as I tucked her into bed, she asked, "Dad, are you happy now?" I kissed her forehead and smiled. Happier than ever. Because sometimes, sweetheart, the best revenge is just living well, while the people who tried to break you drown in the emptiness they created for themselves. And from that night on, Christmas was ours again. Was this revenge perfectly justified? Tell us what you have to think about this story in the comments below. Like the story, if you think this story is justified, share it with someone who needs this energy, and subscribe to Lauren's story for more jaw-dropping tales of betrayal and justice. Because here, every lie has its reckoning, and every betrayal finds its shadow. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay tuned.